Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing guys, then thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is a hack to strip back pine furniture. Now, I've used this concept on lots of different wood finishes. So I bought some mahogany chairs for £1. I'll insert any videos with any relevance to the bottom in the description box because I did paint some table and chairs that I'd got to do my wreath making that was going to be in the summer house. Two of them were like a walnutty colour and that stripped the varnish back and quite a bit of the colour back beautifully. My lamp, which was like a very dark stained lamp based from the charity shop, I stripped back using this hack. Also, I'll insert that video too because that came out really lovely and light. And then I just got a shade off of eBay to pop on that. So you can really, doing this hack, you can get some really beautiful bleach coloured wood. I found a dresser in a charity shop and I loved it. I said to Gary, I fell in love with it and he was like, you don't need another dresser. One, I probably didn't, and two, the reason being is I did get a little sideboard dresser about 2, maybe 3 years ago that was a similar width, a similar height, with like similar style, but it was just too ornate. It had like candy twists around the front of it, and even though it was really beautiful, I painted that in a really lovely sage green, sanded all the top back. It looked stunning, and I kept the top out in the summer house as like shelving. Eventually, one of my friends had the top part of the shelving because they needed it for a dresser that they'd found that didn't have a top. So they had that. But then I used to store all of my like Cricut supplies or my rolls of vinyl and my machines in there. So it just suited better being in the summer house where all my craft stuff was. So that went down there. So I've been on the hunt, and even Gary was like, well, why not just put that one back in there? But I really like the setup that there is in the summer house. I don't want to not. And that was so cheap that I got from the charity shop. When I found this one, not only did it fit there and was like a beautiful style, it's more in keeping with what I like. It's very plain, and I feel like once you strip it back, it could very much be like that very antique Victorian pine looking. But it's very orange at the moment. So what I've done is I've showed you a hack. I'm going to insert, because I did actually do that part 1 of the hack yesterday. So I'm going to insert that so it had enough time to dry. And now we're on the second part. So I'll insert any bits of footage that I got yesterday. I'll insert here. Here is the cupboard where I wanted to put it, and I wanted to keep this shelf above. I'm going to show you with the dresser top on though, so you can help me decide what to do. Let me show you this little dresser top bit here. I really wanted to just have the unit underneath, and even though I love the way it looks, it's like, this was about £13 from a charity shop, and I took ages like filling this in, making it look really nice. It was all loads of big chip bits and stuff in it. So I really don't want to get rid of this, and I don't really know where else I could put it in the house. But then also, this has got much more storage on top as well. But then I possibly, like I say, put this out in the summer house. So what I am going to do is I am going to strip the bottom part back first, because this is going to be a lot of work anyway. But what I'm going to do is because I need to go in with the nitty gritty bits, you know, I'm going to be showing you a hack how to do this, but it's still going to be a little bit time consuming. So I'm going to do the bottom part first, because I think while it's really orange, you're not seeing the full effect. But once I've got this stripped back and also bleached, this is going to be like a £2 hack that I'm going to share with you guys. 2 products, £2, anyone can do it. And I'm going to make this like antique pine. And then I'm going to place it underneath, see how we get on. But if it's obviously something that still looks a bit weird, then I will use the dresser top and I will have to do this as well. The only thing is I do have a bottom base in the summer house. Can you hear the little one? It's on the toilet at the minute singing to me. But this top bit is going to go on in there, and I'm going to have like craft supplies and stuff on it, on the other dresser bottom, because it's the same size. So I'm thinking that I'm going to just do the bottom to start with, because I'm being lazy. I do love the dresser, and one thing I will say is this is a nice height. It fits just under the peg rail. I haven't got to do anything to the walls to modify, to take them bits off. So it will fit lovely, and it does look really nice. It's just, I really love my little antique shelving, and I really like that it's white and it's different, and I also think with the paneling behind it, the green, the white really stands out. So I think like the washed wood underneath will just look really pretty as well. So we'll see what we can do. But I'm going to show you the products you're going to need. So you are going to need, now the cheapest place I found this is the Range. It's £1.39. This is heavy duty elbow grease. Now I've just got 2 of these because I weren't sure if I was going to do the top or not. So for this standard size of a 2-door sideboard, I think I'm just going to need 1 of these. One of these will also do 2.5 chairs, like if you're doing dining chairs. Now you can use any brand. I find this is the cheapest. You can get the ones that's Mr. Muscle. I know online as well, a lot of people have recommended to use Easy Off. When I've shared this before, they've said Easy Off's been really good. So obviously you can get these if you want, or get Easy Off, and then you're just going to need some toilet bleach. You know, typical bleach that you can get. Doesn't matter if it's lemon scented or pine, whatever, just standard bleach. And you can get that for about 50p, can't you, in all shops. So £2, you're going to need one of these and some bleach. And I'm going to show you how we're going to strip this back and make it look beautiful and antique-y. I've obviously got the second one just in case I need to the top part. And I did also get some from the range, some of these porcelain knobs, because I thought it'd be quite quirky to have the wooden knobs on this and the porcelain ones below, like a bit of a mix match. I quite like that random country look. But yeah, we're going to dress this back. It's really good wood. And I mean, when you see inside where it hasn't got the varnish on, it is very, very beautiful wood as well. Like a really beautiful colour. And usually when there's been a varnish on it and then it comes off, it looks even nicer. It leaves it like this really antique-y, rustic look. So yeah, I'm going to get this out in the garden with Gary, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to start. So guys, I'm out in the garden, but we need to jet wash all the moss. We get really bad moss. We need to de-weed and stuff out in the garden. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that this weekend. So Gary said, don't worry about prepping anything, just do it outside. So it's a little bit windy, but I'm going to take my opportunity now to spray it. We're going to start the first coat, obviously do this in a well ventilated area, and obviously probably put a covering like tarpaulin down or some black bags, something like that for protection. Obviously I've got so much moss on my patio, we're jet washing it anyway. We need to put some like special stuff down, so it don't really matter for us. But I'm going to shake my can up and I'm going to just start to spray it. It actually sits like snow. It actually just sits on it and then you just leave it. So Gary has just watched me spray that from inside, and what did you say?
It states clearly, shake well before use. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did actually.
Protect floor.
Oh, you did say we're jet washing, I didn't have to.
No, I don't mind that.
Yeah, but we're jet washing anyway.
And protect surrounding surfaces with
I
newspaper.
I don't need to do that because it's not an oven. It's not the cupboards, is it?
Please wear gloves. No, wear rubber gloves at all times when spraying.
Yeah, I didn't do
and
that.
Cleaning.
Do as I say. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do, as my mum used to say.
Tell everyone to make sure if they're going to do it, to wear masks.
Oh, okay, Gary. Health and safety. You can tell he does. Was it supervising on a job? Look at him, look.
I'd just shut this site down if I'd have come and looked at it.
Oh yeah. Self-employment's gone to your head. You seem to think that you can tell me.
I'm the governor
now. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not the boss. And I've been spraying furniture for God knows how long. I done the chair the other week, didn't I?
Yeah, it still doesn't mean you should not wear. You should still wear gloves.
All right, guys, wear gloves. Listen to Gary. He is
wear
correct.
gloves and a mask.
Oh, okay, yeah, but my thinking was I wouldn't wear a mask indoors when I spray my oven. I should have worn gloves.
It doesn't
I know
actually
that.
say anything about masks, to be fair.
It doesn't. No, well, you can spray it in the oven. I mean, don't get me wrong. You've got to be careful because it can stink. But I don't let it go near me. I mean, when the wind blew back, I've got a little bit on my cheek, which I can't rinse off.
Just wear gloves and a mask.
You can start to see it all dripping off, and lots of that is like coming off really yellow and orange. And here is the dining chair that I got for a tenner that I've also stripped back, and I think it looks really, really lovely. Yeah, Baba?
Can you help me do this screw? I can't do another one.
I'll tell you what, if I have to put them back on, you can screw them in for me with a screwdriver, yeah?
Good boy.
Okay, be careful. Or your screwdriver, yeah. So you can start to see this coming off. It will drip down, don't worry too much. I am going to hose this off after anyway. So yeah, I'm going to scrub this with a scrubbing brush or wire wool, whatever I've got. I think I've got a scrubbing brush. But yeah, and then I'll rinse it off. But once it dries, it goes really, really pale. Very similar to this. So I've got a scrubbing brush thing like this, and this one as well that I was doing my grout with pink stuff. So it's a little bit no. So I'm going to use these and just give it a little scrub. You'll see. Got all that varnish and that coming off. It's so simple, guys. So once you're done, you're going to need to rinse this off. If you don't have an outside space, obviously you can just wipe this off with an old rag and then go back over with another damp cloth to get rid of the remnants of it. After this, I did dry this down with a dry rag just to make sure it was nice and dry as well, so the wood wouldn't warp. And now we're at present day, so I'm going to show you the dresser, what it looks like, and I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing to the dresser and any additional steps, because the second step that I'm going to be doing is to bleach and lighten the wood to give it that really beautiful, like it's been in someone's house for years and it's been bleached by the sun and all the beautiful, really antique-y look. And this is a really good hack as well. You can get a very uniform colour. It doesn't have to be rustic. You can use this concept too, and you can use it on lots of pieces of furniture. I've done lots of pieces of furniture with this hack, this lamp. I've got candlesticks, I've got chairs. So what I will do is I will link any videos of any relevance where I've done this hack before on different colours and types of wood, and I'll leave them in the description box below so you can have a little look. But yeah, I'm going to go in and show you the dresser now. So you would have seen the before and this is the after. So this is just with a scrubbing brush. You get lots of the varnish. There's only a few bits of the silvery bits on it, which is going to take about 2 minutes because this was really, really thick varnish. And you could see it sort of all like bubbling away and coming away, but got this really rustic look. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was to bleach this just as is, it would probably look really stunning compared to the very uniform orange colour that it was. But I'm going to go over with some sandpaper with a rough grit to start with and then a smoother grit to smooth it over, just to get it a little bit more uniform. But obviously I actually probably could give this another go. One more can of the other remover, probably get the last bit of this grit off, and then you wouldn't even have to sand it. So if you can't be bothered to do the sanding and you've got more patience and time on your hands, then go for it. But it does take overnight to dry, and I don't want to over wet the furniture either because I don't want it to bow and stuff. But it just does look really lovely. It gives it this really rustic look, and it's going to cut down my sanding time by hours. Hours. This is going to take probably 5 minutes max to get the last bits of this off, so it's a really, really good hack. And there's some pieces of furniture where I haven't even had to go in with the sandpaper. It's been absolutely beautiful. It's just melted straight off. I've just done that for literally a second, and look, guys, look how quick. It's just so quick. So quick now. It's like just coming off like butter. It's coming off like butter from a hot knife, guys. So because the oven cleaner took off so many layers of the varnish, this actually took 3.5 minutes to sand down completely, this unit, which is amazing because if you've sanded anything that had a varnish on it, you know that just a top like this would take a minimum of about 25 minutes, half hour just for the top alone. So I've just give it a light sand, and I just got a lint-free cloth, rinsed it, and just went down and wiped some of the dust, just to get the dust off it. And as you can see, it's come back really nice. Now you're just going to need some thick household bleach, but not thin, thick. Albert's bossing Gary around the garden. And you're just going to need to put this on quite thick. You can paintbrush this on. Obviously be careful of any clothes. I've got old clothes on. I'm actually going to take my cardigan off. I don't want to get bleach on my cardigan. I don't care about the other bits. But then you're just going to leave this to sit in the sun, and it should bleach the wood lovely. And you've got to trust the process, guys. This will bleach up really nice. And it will get the last tones of orange out of the wood. Obviously you can wear gloves to do this. I've got asbestos hands. They're going to get you really sexy legs now. Gary.
Go, let's go.
A bit more actually.
What?
I'll tell you.
Just moved it a bit.
Right, out of the way a minute. No, you went too far. Chuckle Brothers, to me, to you, to you, to you.
Too far again, isn't it?
No. Oh, look at you just trying to be on there. Oh, no, I mean, it depends on what the angle you look at. If you come dead straight here, there. That's it. And I've got to do the knobs on it now. I'm sorry, but £2 and that's cleared that right up. That's a right country little find. I love it. I don't know whether to put the dresser on it, whether to do that with the dresser top. It's had bleach on it, and I've wiped it down with the with a damp cloth. I need to use my like Sephora or whatever just to give it a good clean now.
Yeah, Albert, should we
Mummy said I can help you with the drill.
I can help you with the drill. One sec, you can tell me when to do it, okay?
Okay. Now, get that.
One sec.
Why
Right, shall I show you? Right, so we need a drill bit. Now, if I show you these ones, okay, when they have a square on the top there, that means they are masonry. These are metal as well, when they're rounded. And then when they have, see this one? When they have a little sharp point on the top of them there, that means they're for wood. And that will stop it from splintering. Did you know that? Now you know that. Right, and also, when you do your drill, you put it in like that. And then if we press opposite, it tightens up by itself. So then, right, we're going to put it in the hole that's originally there, and you're going to tell me to go.
Go. Stop. Stop. Go.
Because we've got to get it in the hole that's there.
Thank you.
Right, you press it. So, really impressed Gary. Don't take much to impress you though, does it? You are impressed with me. But the screws are actually too long. They're these ones. Now, I've
show
seen...
them how long it is.
There. Once you put it on, it's basically got that much too long. But you can hacksaw them off, and I've seen some people put them in drills while they hacksaw it, which is quite dangerous to be fair. But I said to Gary, because you know what, I actually was going to go cut them with some of these, try and see if I had stronger ones down the shed, and then I remembered years ago when my mum let me paint the wardrobe, we'd done them like this. And then I was like, right, I better quickly just do it. Put it into the actual knob itself, put the little cutters on the bit you want to break, and you pull them. That bit will be left in there, but it's actually not hard to get out. You can just unscrew that out. Make sure you don't cut it too low in that it's in there. You won't be able to get it out, and that's how you get it off. Really simple. And then your screw is short enough. You can put a washer on, but you just have a massive one at the back.
That's what I said, put a washer on it.
Yeah.
Little nut. Well done, Roro.
I think the white really finishes it off.
Does look better with the white knobs.
Does. So it is complete. I'm so happy with how this looks. And I love the fact that the cupboard above is white with the wooden handles, and then it's the reverse underneath. So this isn't going to be filled with like bougie stuff, obviously, while we've got little kids. This would be really nice to have like napkins in here, you know, bits and bobs, maybe some books, or do you know what I mean, or extra plates, cutlery, that sort of thing. But to be honest with you, like as a mini hutch for the dining room, but to be honest with you, this is just going to have Spider-Man toys in it, innit, girl?
Yeah.
Spider-Man toys. So I've got some IKEA baskets because all the sideboards have got toys in. That's what they've all got in, or kids' shoes, etc. out in the hallway. But I wanted to show you because obviously it's very easy to sort of like forget what colour this was before. So this is the colour now. This has cost £2. So a bottle of bleach that has been sat out in the sun, it's stained it up. Obviously, as I say, if you do want to go in and you've got the time and the effort to really sand this back, you could really sand this back rustically. But to be like, so it isn't rustic, I mean. But I actually really love this look. I mean, I was looking on like Vinteria for these sort of like rustic antique pine cupboards, and they're coming up at like £500, aren't they, gal? They're like ridiculously expensive. So why not faux the look? I literally feel like you could have got this from a French. I mean, when you sit up close as well, it really has got that really aged. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. So nice. But I'm going to show you quickly now. The box above, so I'll cover that up. But look, that is the colour orange pine that it was. That's the colour it was. And with some oven cleaner and some household bleach for £2. And literally a tiny bit of scrubbing with a scrubbing brush and a little bit of sanding, like very lightly. This is what you can do. And I will just say this, you don't even need to sand this. You could have literally left it to dry overnight after the first coat, and then with the second coat done that. I've done that a few times and I go when I can't bother to sand stuff because it takes the last bits off. But I just thought it'd be more time consuming waiting for it to do it and then doing it again. I just couldn't be bothered. So yeah, it's really simple and so happy, like a real easy furniture flip. Let me know what you think, whether I should actually do the top part. I mean, obviously you've seen how orange it is, and it's probably, I'd probably won't bother sanding that because of all the little grooves that's in it, so I'd probably have to do that over the course of 2 days with 2 different sets of oven cleaner to get that all off. So it's the next day now, and I've styled the shelf up slightly different. I've put on one of my little Nikuku chopping boards up here that I got at Christmas sales. I've also put this little wicker basket just to bring some of the woody vibes here. I think I'm going to put in this one, I'm going to plant up some white little hyacinths because I think that look quite nice for spring. And then, as you can see, I've got this little white jug here, which I'm going to go and get some tulips. We're going to my sister's tonight for a takeaway, so I thought I'd put some nice big tulips in here as well. But I'm so pleased with the cupboard now. I think it looks really nice, especially adding like the pops of the warmth. Might add like a little something here. I might even put one of them photo frames that I've got to do in the wooden tone with the bubbles on it. I'm going to be doing in my next video, I might as well add them with like a little spring home updates video. Just got a couple of the IKEA crates and some of his toys. So this is the perfect storage solution in this corner rather than a huge basket. And I just thought this is a nice little area to store his toys and stuff, and it just looks nice as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. I've been Rosie Henshaw. Let me know if you try the tip. It'd be lovely if you could tag me in your on my Instagram, tag me in your little pine makeovers, and I'll be doing the Poundland frames, which are very similar to these bobbly ones. I'll also be doing the frame my mum gave me, and I've got a spring wreath bits and stuff. So I'm going to do a little spring, little mini craft video of homeware stuff, and then it'll be the actual Easter crafts then that start too. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later. Take care. Bye.